Hello and welcome to Golden Beard Energy. Today we are traveling to Pune. We have fully charged the car to 100%. This is an Nexon EV Max 2021 end model. Right now it has somewhere about 21,000 kilometers on the odo, and as you can see, it's charged 100%. Predicting 278. It's more like a guessometer, not an odometer. You can see the startup sequence. Everything is active. Click to eco. Here are the AC settings. AQI. I usually prefer 24. I prefer 24 degrees. I'll keep the econ on. It says 268 kilometers. We have put it into drive, and yeah, definitely we'll have to put the seat belt, and off we go. We're heading to Pune. I'm going to reset the trip. Trip is reset. Yeah, so it's going to be a round trip. I'm going to drive it till the time I get somewhere about up to 10% or 20%, like whichever is comfortable depending on where I am, what I am. It is not going to be a loop style test or loop style range. It's going to be just a normal casual drive, how any layman would drive your car who will be traveling from Bombay and heading to Pune for some work. Travel all around Pune, east, west, north, south, every single part of it, because I have lots of meetings and lots of work over there. And from there we'll see. Like, I am expecting that by Lonavala or by say Khalapur Toll Naka, or during the down slope on the way back, Indian Oil, hopefully the Indian Oil charger is working, because that will be my only use case or only hope while coming back. So let's see how this test goes. I am ready to push it as much as I can on a single charge. Obviously it has been driven 21,000 kilometers by a couple of different drivers, so it may have some battery degradation, but we'll see. I'll keep you guys updating every 10%, 20%, whichever is possible, depending on how the road conditions are. But yeah, so see you guys. Hello, so we have started our trip. It's been 4.6 kilometers. The water is very high because we've encountered lots of traffic. We had gone by one way, but that was closed, so now we're going from the another way. We're taking a detour, but going good. This is just a casual drive as of now. The regen is set at level 3 because I won't get any regen till 95-96%, so whatever little I can get stopping power, because I usually prefer driving at level 2. So this level 3 will mimic level 2 till the time battery is not depleted to a good state of charge, like somewhere about 92 or 93%. So yeah. So basically this is going to be a very mixed driving set. To give you a little bit brief about this car and how it works. So basically this has a 40 kilowatt battery pack. It has a maximum DC charging capability of 30 kilowatts. So it charges at 0.8 C fastest. Slow charging, it supports 3.3 kilowatt of AC charging. It supports 7.2 kilowatt of AC fast charging. And that's it. There is no support for V2L, V2G, nothing is there. But yeah, very feature loaded car. It has ventilated seats, nice air conditioning, everything is good. Like I've never felt there's a sunroof as well. So yeah, all of those things are there. Just basic Nexon features, but like little bit of advance. So yeah, that's there. Cruise control is there. Cruise control is little bit inefficient than the manual driving. Also because I am a little seasoned driver when it comes to driving EVs. Like I've been driving since last 8 to 10 years these EVs. So my foot has adapted to the driving style. But yeah, I mean for any standard man also, it's going to be roughly give and take like 30-40 kilometers plus and minus, not more than that. In my driving experience, I usually get about 250 to 300 kilometers of range on this car, not less, not more. Sometimes my colleagues, when they drive, they get usually between 200 to 250 kilometers of range, which is kind of okay. Like with a car this heavy, with this kind of a battery pack and this generation of technology. So yeah, I mean, to its credit, it's quite efficient. Like usually, as you can see, the watt hour right now here is 204 watt hour per kilometer. When I drive, my target is always to keep it somewhere around 120, but it never happens. I usually average out 140 watt hour per kilometer, especially in summers when the outside temperatures right now you can see is 24 degrees Celsius, but by the time the sun comes up and it's somewhere near the noon, the temperatures are going to be between 30 to 34 degrees Celsius because we are going to gain elevation quite a bit. So that's there. So yeah, I mean AC is going to take a load even though I'm driving. I never switch off the AC because I mean what's the point of buying a car and not using the AC? Like no, I'm buying a car for all the comfort and all the features. I would rather use it. So yeah, that's there. So AC is going to take a little bit of load. It's going to consume some amount of energy, but it's insignificant to my understanding, because if you compare a 400 volt architecture motor that is driving this whole car, and if you compare a tiny bit motor which is just being used to spin off a compressor and like use it for the air conditioning, it's literally nothing. Like I've done a test wherein I've sat in the car, switched on the AC for 1 full hour, and it drained only 1%. So it's a very insignificant, and 1% is 400 watt hour. So that's literally nothing. So I mean 400 watt hours it's actually much more efficient than your home AC. So yeah, these are the few little key things about this car. Keep you guys updated once we are out of this traffic and on the highway. Thank you. So we had to take mountainous road of Gumba Devi because there was lots of traffic on the main road. So we were going by the mountainous road. We are climbing now. Climbing usually I prefer to keep it at 1 or 2, maybe if required at 3. What I mean is the power levels, so that you can go efficiently and drive efficiently. I usually restrict it to 2 and 3 so as to get the efficiency and like a good power and good torque, and it's a very slow acceleration. So there are techniques, means and ways to drive an EV and how to drive it differently. So that's there. Watt hour has reduced a little bit. It was 200 when we started. As you can see, 94% SOC. We have traveled 15 kilometers. Temperature has also increased to 30 degrees Celsius. So AC is now getting some load. So yeah, what I was saying, as you can see, it's still at the region level 3. And if I slow it down, it will only go down by 1 point or maximum 2 points. On the region 3, usually it goes till 3 points completely down, and when you manually brake it, it goes full. But as of now, the region is very limited. So yeah, this region level 3 right now is acting like a region level 2. Yeah, can you see this? Yeah. So that's how it is. Still predicting 250 kilometers of range. So good efficiency. This watt hour will go somewhere around 130, 140, maybe 145 also, because It looks like a hot day. It is being predicted as a hot day. So let's see, we have 148 kilometers to travel. So going good. We'll update you again. Now we have a major downhill. So let's see how much we reach. And now right now we are at 93. So small downhills are going to be there. Let's see if we can recuperate some range back into the battery. Good downhill slope coming now. My foot is off. We are completely into the regen mode. I'm going to give it a little bit of acceleration so that we can coast. And now we go for full regeneration. Let's see if we can. 1 second, the camera is not able to focus. Yeah. Anyway, it was a good regeneration. We started at 93%, we went to 94, we came back to 93. It's closer to 94 right now, but it will show in a bit. Now getting on to Mumbai-Pune Expressway, Yashwantrao Chavan Expressway. So it took us 13% of battery, 41 kilometers of range we have covered. It's still showing 237. Again, it's a gasometer, so it will take whatever the readings that are there from your past driving style and multiply it by the SOC. So that's how it is calculated. So that's why I don't trust it fully. I usually prefer battery percentages. So my average watt hour has gone down to 132. AC is still on, nice and chilly. I'll just show you here in a quick bit. Yeah, so I'll be maintaining 100 as this is the speed limit over here on the Mumbai-Pune Expressway. AC is on, full blast, nice and chill. No compromises on driving style. I don't skimp out on the speed, I don't skimp out on the AC because I mean, what's the point? What's the point of having a car and not enjoying its comfort? Ventilated seats are also on. Apart from this, music is being played. So in a short while, I'll be setting the cruise control. So I'll just show you the cruise control. So this is how you activate. You press this button. So it says cruise off now because I switched it on. I press it again, it will say cruise on. And then this is your set. This is reset. And if you have disabled or override, done the override manually and you want to go back to your set speed, just press this top button, okay? And that's how you do it. So right now I'm going to set it to my current driving speed by pressing this small button. As you can see, it is set, it is showing 79. So what I'll do is I'll use these plus and minus arrows. So I'll use the plus arrow to increase my speed. Yeah, so we'll go to 99 and maintain here. So this is going to be our full trip now. I'm going to, as you can see, it's going to buck up. So it's not the most efficient cruise control system, but it's a comfort thing. Like I don't have to use my legs. I am sorted. The car is driving itself. I just have to pay attention and steer right way. So yeah, as you can see, we have maintained 100, and I'll keep cruising on 100 till Pune. So maybe roughly for say about 80-90 kilometers now is Pune. So this is going to be our speed. Let's see what by the end of the expressway or somewhere in between, if I stop, what is the reading that we get. We have just crossed Kharapur Toll Naka, maintaining the same speeds. Dropped down a little bit for past 1 kilometer because lots of truck traffic. So we are right now at 74%, maintaining 80-100 speed. The Ghat section is just about to start. Lots of you may know this iconic Jeep logo that is there and Jeep advertisement that has been there since forever now. So we are starting the incline. We are at 74%. Driving in eco mode. AC is 24 degrees Celsius auto, and 139 watt-hour right now. Let's see by the end of the climb, once we cross Lonavala and get on to near the DY Patil, what is the percentage that we get and how much consumption is there right now. So we'll see, update you. In the meanwhile, enjoy the sceneries, enjoy the beauty. Where the EVs shine. You have lots of hard section, you need lots of torque, lots of power, and this is where EVs are like, doesn't bother me. You give me the current and I'll be able to go. So yeah, it has been quite efficient. 147 watt-hour per kilometer. We've definitely increased, the consumption has been increased, but not by too much. We had a very nice right-hander, now we have a very beautiful left-hander. Need to be very careful, be on the grip. If you are an aggressive driver, just understand where the edges of your grip and just go, you'll be able to have fun. So I'm a driving enthusiast. I like to push vehicles to the extremes, and with EVs also I like to push them to the extremes. While they are unique in their own ways, but they're fun to drive. Being there in eco mode, not giving more than 4 points or 5 points of power. So just imagine how much power is there still in reserve, which I am not tapping into at all. I think, I don't remember it exactly, and water was somewhere about 130, 131. So we have lost about 15% of the battery doing this climb. It was a good stretch, fun stretch, lots of climb. Sometimes you have to maneuver and drive little fast than you anticipated. So, but that's all good. I mean, it's all good. We are back at cruising speed 99 and we maintain this until Pune. Actually, we are cruising 100 kilometers per hour speed. 152 watt hour it's showing. It will drop, it will come to 140 by the time we reach. Battery is 58%. To go 30-40 more kilometers, my estimate is roughly by 48-49% we should be in Pune. So in my experience, whatever I have noticed, whenever I have come with the same car, with the same percentage and everything, I've always reached somewhere near about the mark of 50%. So basically, you need 20 kilowatt hour of energy to travel from Bombay to Pune, and going back, it's somewhere about 30% or so. So basically, with 80-85% of charge, you can go to Pune and come back, unless you have some errands to do in Pune, because it's a very widespread city. It's a circular city. So going from one point to another point, you may travel across from two ends to like completely different ends of Pune, from one side to the another side. So all of those things will matter. This is a summer temperature kind of a test. The temperature outside is 34 degrees Celsius. We are cruising. Batteries usually like it somewhere between 25 degrees to 40 degrees. Above that is something that becomes hazardous for it, and below that also is not a great. So basically, this is the perfect conditions for battery as well. Not too hot, not too cold. Battery cooling loop is not being used as much because I'm not doing deep discharge or deep pulls of current while like pushing it or thrusting it with the lots of current, or like it's not dumping lots of current into the motor. It's a gradual slight increase. So those are the few tips and tricks to manage your range while you enjoy your drive as well. There is a learning curve, obviously, in driving an EV and learning it, but it's not that difficult. Like if you are coming from a petrol or a diesel car, it's fairly simple and it's not so complicated. So yeah, just maintain your speed, stay within the legal limits, and like this is the maximum. 100 is the maximum that I can do here because it's a legal speed limit, and this car is quite efficient. Like if I have to compare it globally, it's probably at par or just close to the Tesla Model 3 efficiency, because that also gives a similar kind of a range. So yeah, that's the update right now. We're somewhere near Khandala now. As you can see, the beautiful sceneries around. Not too much that you'll be able to see because there are lots of trees that are being planted at the curb. We are now entering Pune side toll plaza. This is the new construction. FASTag is already scanned. Yeah. All good to go. At any time now we'll tick over to 50%. Right now 123 kilometers we have covered since we started today. So yeah, so we have just hit 50% mark. Approximately 123 kilometers we have done in one single charge. So I mean till 50%. So 100% would be somewhere about say 250-ish kilometers. But I think that is a good range considering that you're driving at 100 kilometers per hour with the AC on full blast. Outside temperature is 34. There's a 10 degrees difference between outside and the inside temperatures. So compressor has to work a little bit. We have had a ghat climb, so obviously that takes more energy to climb up. There is a wind drag that is much higher at 100 than 80. So it's basically an exponential drag increase on the car. So I think it's a good range, roughly about 50 kilometers in one single charge. But obviously, if I would have done a U-turn, a turnaround test, like basically to cancel out all the elevation, which obviously we'll do, then we'll know exactly how far can we go to Pune and come back, and that's how we'll be able to rate like what is the actual range if we cancel out all the geographical elevations and everything else. So that way we'll be able to the old broken plaza. Okay, let's see by when we reach at the exit of Pune, what is the kind of a range that we, or what percentage do we reach exactly. I'm going to set it back to 99 cruise. Let's driving it manually. So we are at the end of the Mumbai-Pune Expressway. I'm going to exit in 700 meters because I'm going to take the Dev Road Cantonment road to go to the center of the Pune city where I have some work finished. So yeah, officially Mumbai to Pune we have reached the mark of 46% battery, 156 kilometers covered from home to the exit. As you can see, this is the exit. If you take the straight road, reach Naled, and then right Mani and both the outer road, so that encounter lots of traffic. Yeah, you need 54 voltage of battery during summer temperature with the high speed run. Water is somewhere about 157 water. It was a good run, it was an efficient drive, not too efficient, but for times like these, in these temperatures, I call it a win situation. Really good. So we just finished our day with 22% of battery remaining. Finally, we completed about 210 kilometers. So effectively, my prediction was right that 250-260 kilometers we would have got the range with such amount of heat and AC on completely. So right now we are charging at MACDCL charger. Only reason being electricity is cheaper. So we started at 22%. Power module seems to be little derated. I think one of the power modules must be down. That's why it is only giving 23-24 kilowatts. I think this is the set of two 25 kilowatt power modules. Because this car can take 30 kilowatts, it usually taps in another module as well. So they give 15 kilowatts each. but since one power module is down, it is limited to 25 kilowatts. I've charged on this charger in the past at full 30 kilowatt capacity, but that explains why there is a limit in the EV limit at 66 and the charger output limit at 67, because this is a Delta unit, so usually these units are 50 kilowatt units, so that explains it, right? Good place to charge cheap electricity, 13 rupees and 50 paise or something like that per kilowatt for DC charging, which is the cheapest as I've ever found. There is also a GVT charger for older vehicles or L5 vehicles that are there, like 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers which are into the transportations of goods. So yeah, this is how a GVT port looks. I'll just show it to you. So this is how a GVT port looks. It's little different, but basically similar to CCS2, but just a different communication protocols and stuff. So we are charging. There is a nice Irani cafe, so I'll go by there. I mean, I would recommend this charger to most of the people because one, electricity is cheap. You charge for cheap and you drive, you save a lot. And the best part about charging here is the Irani cafe. Like, you can go there, have some chai, rest. If you are interested in eating also, there are lots of places. This area is Balewadi High Street. Balewadi High Street is straight and right. This is Balewadi High Street Road. So yeah, in the meanwhile we charge. This is where exactly that is. Meanwhile we charge. Let's go and have some chai. Last update was we charged 100% back in Pune. And then after that I came back, and the range I got was in 45%. I reached from Pune Balewadi to Bandra. It was 140 kilometers. It was mostly downhill, so 115 watt hours. AC was on 22 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I mean, pretty normal driving, how you would drive anything like in any other normal circumstances. Back from the trip, back to where we started. 418 kilometers covered, 135 watt hour per kilometer is the average energy consumption. Percentage and all the details, I'll give it to you, how much energy was consumed and all the other details. But we're arriving with 39% of battery, and yeah, it was a pretty efficient trip considering that it was very hot outside, like between 37 and 40 degrees Celsius temperature outside, and the car was being driven, and this being a dark edition, there's lots of heat load on the cabin. So looking at all of that and maintaining all the normal speeds like how you would drive any petrol or diesel car, there was no compromise done in driving. It was just driven as you would drive a petrol or a diesel car. And yeah, so all in all, really good efficiency, really good watt hour for the whole round trip. So I'll give the energy calculations, and we'll come back to what is the actual range that we got from 100% battery. So you have a fair estimations of how far can you go on a Nexon EV, or for that matter any EV with a 40 kilowatt hour battery pack. And once I give you all the calculations, you can just use that same calculation depending on the watt hour that you get to estimate what is real range that you are getting. It's what right now 114 kilometers from the battery. all of this, we'll come back to that.